could touch base on that?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Okay,
Thanks,
talk to you soon. Oh, hi, Michael.
Oh, hi Taylor, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to let you know that you did a great job last time asking the youth about their safety concerns around TFN.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if you can help me out with another important issue coming up, our 15-year treaty review.
I'd love to help.
With our 15-year treaty review, it is important for the youth to be more informed so that we can have a discussion and find ways to improve it for the next 15 years. Do you think that you can help me out with that with your peers?
Teaching my peers things about the treaty? I have a few ideas.
Awesome, thank you.
Did you know the Tsawwassen Treaty became effective April 3rd, 2009? It's good to know.
Yep, that's right. This year marks 15 years since the effective date, and it took 14 years from 1993 to 2007 to make it happen.
Did you know the Tsawwassen Treaty unlocked us from the Federal Indian Act? No, I did not.
That's right. While many other First Nations are still under the Federal Indian Act, the treaty reaffirmed TFN's power to govern ourselves, paving the way for our constitution and institutions that are established today, like the Tsawwassen legislature.
Did you know the Tsawwassen Treaty gave TFN the power to make laws in many different areas?
Yes, that's true. We now follow a mix of provincial, federal government, and TFN laws on our own land. The treaty says whose laws apply and which laws we follow when there are conflicts.
What's this? Did you know you can be a TFN member and still hold Indian status? Well, that's good to know. All right.
The process of becoming a Tsawwassen member is decided by TFN and doesn't interfere with your Indian status.
Did you know your Aboriginal rights are stronger than ever? That's really good to know.
That's true. Our TFN Aboriginal rights were once undefined, but thanks to the Tsawwassen Treaty, we now have defined and protected rights under the Canadian Constitution.
Did you know the Tsawwassen Treaty restored 724 hectares of land rights back to our nation? No, I didn't.
Before the treaty, we had approximately 290 hectares of reserve lands, which meant that the land was owned by the federal government and we had limited ability to make decisions for ourselves. The treaty allowed us to regain control and ownership of a portion of our ancestral lands, and stewardship over our water and environment.
Did you know the treaty affirms our right to manage and harvest wildlife for food and social and commercial purpose within our traditional territory? That's wonderful.
Yes, the treaty guarantees our right to catch fish, harvest wildlife, and migratory birds for food, social, and ceremonial purposes within the Tsawwassen traditional territory when we need to. We can also make our own laws to manage the harvest.
Did you know, as a TFN member, you're able to keep more of the money you make on TFN's former reserve lands? That's right.
Initially, the treaty removed the tax exemptions that members with status have. But after years of work to push the federal government, they agreed to change the treaty so that TFN members with status can keep their personal tax exemptions. Today, members have most of the same tax exemptions they had before treaty. This is a good example of how the treaty isn't set in stone, but we can make changes to it when we agree with our treaty partners that a change is needed.
Did you know that TFN is the first First Nations member of Metro Vancouver Regional District under the Tsawwassen Treaty?
Yes, this gave us a voice and a vote on decisions at the regional level, and also unlocked access to drinking water.
I kinda knew that.
As Taylor had mentioned, a 15-year treaty review is coming up, and it's important for us to be more familiar with it so we can all discuss what might be changed and what can be improved. It's also important because we are the future leaders of Tsawwassen First Nation. At least that's what my dad always says. You can find more information about the treaty and our nation's government at the website at tsawwassenfirstnation.com. I'm Michael Bach, and thanks for being involved.